Okay, I think I finally got it. So let me know if you're seeing the stream starting soon screen. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the music real quick. There we go. Okay, let me go ahead and fire up Minecraft. Okay, can we see this? Can we see the game? Oh, hold on. Okay, just had to get the music to chill out a bit. Okay. I think we are good. I think we're good. That was a little unexpected to have that update. I just saw the window pop up and I'm so used to clicking go live that I just clicked whatever. So that was kind of dumb. But you live and you learn. Okay. So last time we knocked out this neat little area here that I'm pretty sure is some sort of, I don't know, common area, I guess would be a good way to describe it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next little bit, which is, hold on, I'm trying to figure out which one's which here. Yes, okay, I see which one it is. Hold on, let me mark it so that I'm good here. Okay. Next one is going to be over here. We only have 3 left, which I don't think we can fit on here. So let's just see how far we get. Shall we? There is a let's see here, a wall that is just beyond this little... Oh, wait, what? Did I not do this? I don't think I did this correctly. I did not do it correctly. That's okay. That's okay. I messed up the length of some of these, which is fine. We will just we will just push ahead. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hope that you know, you're doing all right, because I'm doing great. I have been slowly working on the writing part of my thesis, and nowhere near the length that I know my advisor wants. So that's going to be fun. But you know, such is the way of life sometimes. All right, so we need to come down this way. And we need to be, yeah, that's about like that. About like that. Yes, it's artistic license. Yep. Mm-hmm. Totally artistic license. Or what we like to call interpretation. All right, now this one is going to be a little different than the last one. So it's got something like that. Something like that. Is that 2 or 3? That's 3. 1, 2, 3. It comes up like this. But it also has a doorway. Excuse me. Doorway coming this way. And then like this. And it looks like this is 5 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something like that. Not great. Not great, because this actually should not be lined up that way. But, you know, I've come to learn from building this that sometimes you got to sort of tweak these dimensions a bit. And, yeah, it's just sort of the way of the world, unfortunately. This house over here actually should have gone all the way past this alley, and actually should have begun where this wall actually ends. So this whole thing right here should actually have started right here, which makes me wonder if I missed something. Oh, I totally just screwed up. This actually needs to be over here. These two houses, or these two structures, this one and then the one that's supposed to be here, look so similar that I totally screwed up and realized I didn't realize I was building the wrong one. Huh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, they're very similar. Here, you'll see here in a second. So let's get this fixed here real quick. So we do not have 1, 2, 3. We don't have 3 houses left. We actually have 4 houses left. I don't know if that wall is going to be there. So let's go ahead and build this one. Wow, I totally screwed that up. Okay, so this is, it comes 1, 2, and then there's a wall. Oh, how is it I always do that? I always know where the wall's at. I must be picking up on all these things. So this needs to come, oops. Like that. Sure. Again, I'm running into the issue of everything from about here up is missing, so this is not there. But this goes down quite a ways. We'll just do it at that for right now. And then this has a neat little neat little thing right here. Just to make sure. This is the big long one, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, yep. I totally screwed up in the beginning there. That's okay. That's okay. This needs to go up to approximately where the wall is. Dang. That I was spot on yet again. That's how you know that this place is built, you know, a specific way. Okay. So it goes like this, goes like this, goes like this, and like this. So, nope, whoop. Too far. It actually goes like this. There we go. Okay. And then like that. 1, 2, and then it starts another wall over here. This looks to be too wide, and then a wall coming down this way. Too wide, and then an opening. And then in the middle here, there's an opening. And this appears to be a 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, I've noticed that with some of these rooms, the 5 by 5s actually work out really well for Minecraft. What section of the map am I building right now? It is the northwest section, so up against the wall. The part that is no longer this sort of blocky neighborhood, it's this string of buildings that goes on that way. That is what I am building right now. Okay, and then after this, there's another 5 by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Yes, 5. And this should be just beyond the alley. Oh, look at that. Heck yeah. And then this goes all the way up. There we go. So we can just get rid of all this. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. Now, this has an opening too wide. With a chunk that comes up like this. And then this here all the way to the wall, and then like that. This gets a little closer, and then we've got something sticking out this way. Okay, so that's what we got of this structure here. Now, I do want to also point out that there are what looks to be pillars, 2 between these 2 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh man, 1 and 1. That'll have to work. And then it looks like coming off of this one. No, coming off of this one, we've got 2. So 1 like that, and then like this, and like this, and then like this. I hate it. Oh my god, that is terrible. Look at that. That is horrendous. We need to fix this. Oh my god, this is... I might have just thrown up in my mouth a little bit. What if we did that? 1, 2, bam. 1, 2, Okay, well, it's definitely a rectangle. So what if we do like this, and then like this. Or we just do this. We just build off of this right here. Just, you know, sort of get it a little bit better. 1, 2, bam, bam. And then we get rid of that and we have something like that. Okay, okay, that's getting better. It is definitely getting better. It's not great, but it is better. It also looks like the posts actually come right off of this wall here, straight along this way, but I just don't think that's gonna look good. And it makes it all kinds of funky. So, okay, so we've got this, right? And now we need to figure out this back section here. And so far what we've been doing is we've been using some of the other houses to sort of figure this out. Well, because this layout is so very similar to this one, I say we just copy what this does. So it looks like there's a long skinny room and then a big room. I say we just do that because it's very similar in construction. So why don't we do like this? There is no doorway except for right here, and actually it's a 2 wide. So why don't we do something like that, right? So you've got this decent sized room, and then this will be like a little hangout area. So what if we did something like this? Then we have this decent sized room. How do we feel about that? I mean, that's not bad, right? You do have this big empty open area right here that really bugs me. Oh, and it's actually incorrect. Well, let's fix it, shall we? It's actually beyond. Let's see, 1, 2. Let's see, we'll do this. 1, 2, bam, bam, bam. That, even though that's more square, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Your brother studies history. Oh, well, that's cool. What kind of history does your brother study? I'm just curious. So there's I think this looks pretty good, and I think this is what we're gonna go with. I have adjusted a lot of these dimensions here, so it's not 100%, but these ones I've noticed along this wall are just not great. So we just gotta do what we gotta do, you know? So let's go ahead and cut this down, come all the way over here, cut that down, and cut. There we go. Oh, hey, Yiggy. I didn't even see that. I see you now. Let's see, what if we do this and this? There we go. We go higher. We do that. Oop. That and that. Yeah, that's not bad. History of Ukraine. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. All right. I like this. I like this layout. I think we're gonna just go for it. It is very similar to this one, which is why I got confused in the beginning there and thought I was one house over when I really wasn't. And we'll figure out how to get into this room here. Maybe we put a door like right there or something. Anyways, how's everyone doing so far? I'm doing kind of all right. School year is sneaking up on me really fast, and I have not written enough of my thesis that I'm not going to get an earful from my advisor. So that's fun. I just really haven't found the motivation yet to do it. I've had a lot of other things that I've been sort of doing and wanting to do, playing around with programs and stuff like that, which I really shouldn't be doing. I should be writing, but you know, such is the way of the world. It actually looks like there might be a little bit of a chunk right there. Whoop. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and I guess we'll do that. And we'll do... Oh, can't do that. We can do that, though. Do that. Thank you. Whoops. Oh my God. I want caps lock off. Thank you. There we go. Looking good. Oh, your niece is getting married. Nice. Nice. Is it weird that you like making archways in Minecraft? No, not weird at all. I mean, isn't the whole point of this game to make stuff? Anyone who gives somebody a hard time for what they like to make in a sandbox game that's all about making stuff should really rethink their life choices. Tiring week? Okay. Yeah. Same here. Zen's a little bit sick. All right. Yeah. Such is the way of the world sometimes, I've noticed. So your niece is getting married, Oda? That's cool. That's way cool. It's, I busted out, my sort of dress clothes, when I went to Greece because I had all those meetings that I had to go to, and, yeah, either my gym time has been fruitful, or I'm getting fat, one of the two, and it could be either one. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes from here on out. I am being a little more sedentary nowadays, which I don't like because, you know, thesis and all that. And it's also just disgustingly hot outside and, you know, humid. But yeah. Saw Nolan's Odyssey yesterday. Oh boy. Tie or no tie? I actually took a tie with me, but I did not wear one because it was incredibly hot. Both times that I wore the suit, and come to find out, I didn't know this. Panos, you might be able to confirm or deny this. Somebody was telling me that in Greece, at a certain point of the year, people generally quit doing, or they no longer wear a tie after a certain point in the year. I don't know if that's true, but enough other archaeologists were nodding their head when the person was saying it that I tend to believe them, I guess. So anyways, let me know what you think. Ties are your most unfavorite thing. Well, see, ties are one of those things you just got to get used to, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. I can wear a tie and not have any issues with it. But that's because I've sort of gotten used to it. And really, the strangling part of it isn't the tie, it's your shirt. That's my one thing that I will tell you and give you tips on. If it feels like you're being strangled, that is your shirt, not your tie. Okay, do we want to do 2 stories for this? I feel like it should be 1 story like that one, but at the same time, I also feel like we're kind of due to have a 2-story. Maybe just like these rooms here in the corner, maybe? I don't know. I mean, it definitely has a roof over these pillars because you've got nothing here and no walls meeting up with them. So there's definitely a roof that comes out to these pillars. So I'm just wondering, of course, if we did do a 2nd story, where would the ladder go? Maybe right here. Let's see. If we did a ladder right here. Yeah, I suppose you could do that. And then you can get up onto this walkway. And then you would have access to this room, this room, this room, and that room. Okay, yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. Oh, and actually the other thing we need to do too is we need to pop some windows in here. So maybe one right here too. And then this, same thing. We'll do 2 wide. Looks down that alley. That's kind of cool. No windows here. Definitely a window here. So maybe we do 2 like this. And we do... okay, 2 more. Like that. And then we do 1 here. And maybe 1 here. There we go. Okay. Not in your field. Yeah, I don't love ties, but I can deal with it. Collar size is the big thing, not the tie itself. Exactly. As somebody who has worn ties a lot, and actually uses any excuse to wear clothes that require a tie, because, you know, I guess I'm bougie like that. I honestly do find any excuse to dress up. I think it's fun, especially if you're going somewhere where you don't need to dress up, you know, like a dive bar. Yeah. I also, for my undergraduate graduation, I'm sure I've told this story before. I wore an off-white suit, sort of like an ivory suit, with a gold paisley tie. And it was a 3-piece suit, by the way. And the gold, when I say gold, I mean like legit, like not real gold, but I mean like shiny gold, like it had shiny gold threads. And a Panama hat. I looked like a James Bond villain, and it was glorious. I wore that underneath the gown, and so at the end, I just sort of like ripped off the gown, threw my hat on, threw the coat on, and was like, "All right, where are we going?" It was awesome. But yeah, yeah, it's always the collar. The collar is what does it. It always does it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put these here. It's a walkway, and here I am. Do that, and we're gonna come out all the way to here. We're just going to continue these guys straight up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And because there's going to be a single story roof, we're going to leave that there. We're going to see how it looks. We're just going to see how it looks. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. Get that. Oh, you know what? Actually, we need to do the second story. So second story is gonna be like this, maybe? A doorway right there, just as you... No, not right when you come up. Maybe like right there. So you come up and you can turn instead of going straight through that doorway. Okay, so we do this. Oh, also yesterday I did a thing that I have said to myself I will never do again, which is I talked to a reporter, a journalist, I should say. I have a distinct lack of respect for journalists nowadays because of the way I have been treated before in the past by journalists. Let's do this and make this a room that you enter from here, like that. There we go. They've always just been dickheads. They've always screwed up and made me sound terrible. And they've always apologized, but they've never retracted anything that they've ever said. And so, oh, there it is. 2? Yeah. So anyways, I talked to a reporter because he was wanting to do a story on my on the Mitru project and my travels in Greece and like all the cool things that came about that from that. And so I sort of begrudgingly did it, but at the same time I was really hoping that maybe because this guy is you know, working for the school and the publication is a school thing, that maybe, just maybe, he won't be a shitbag like the rest of the journalists I've ever had to deal with. And yeah, everything about the interaction was great. Everything seemed like it was like he was on board. So, you know, I have high hopes that this will be the journalist who breaks the Daskalos speaking to journalists curse. But anyways, we had a nice talk, and I showed him Mitru, the Mitru project, and showed him a couple of other. Well, I showed him a mixed reality thing that I had built as well, to sort of showcase sort of where this technology can go, and he loved it. He absolutely loved it. He was all on board. He thought it was great. We talked a lot about the use of VR and MR in an educational setting, sort of the future of these technologies, you know, in not only education but also things like tourism. And so yeah, it was just a really great meeting. I was expecting to go in and only really talk to him for maybe an hour. I met with him at like 10 o'clock, and I didn't leave till noon, so it went longer than I expected, which is seems to be a common theme now. I've noticed with my dealings with folks when I talk to them about the Mitru project, is that it always seems to take a lot longer than what we expect. So yeah, it came. I think it was very well done. He seems like a really cool dude. He's going to send me the draft, which is also really nice because no other journalists have ever done that before that I've talked to in the past. Also why I distrust them. And generally, you know, speaking, he said that if there are any corrections that I would like to make when he sends that to me, that I can, that he's all for it. So I'm hoping that it comes out really well. When it does come out, I will absolutely 100% post it on, well, on the Discord for one, but also on my YouTube page as well. So like on the, what do you call it? On the, not the community, but the posts that they have, I'll do that too. It will have my real name on it, which is fine. I've never really hidden my real name. If you've been on the channel long enough, you should know, I mean, you probably already know that Voskalos is a nickname that was given to me and not my real name. So yeah, so hopefully when people see my real name, they're not going to be fucking weirdos about it. It's like, what? And, you know, I'm sure someone out there is like, oh, aren't you worried that, you know, crazed fans will do something weird? Well, for one, I don't have any crazed fans. I don't even have fans. So I'm not that big. And two, I can absolutely 100% defend myself. So yeah, let him try. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what this guy said, or what this guy says, I should say, because he seemed really stoked about it. Really, really stoked about it. All right, let's get this done real quick, and then I'll check the comments. And I meant to get a second monitor to put off to the side here so that I could just glance to the side rather than having to look down and read. I haven't done that yet, but I will, I promise I will. All right, so what do we got? Oh, by the way, that's what it looks like. Not bad, not bad. One American cousin of mine married this year in Greece. Awesome. As a result, a lot of Americans had to come over. I think most of the Greek side of the family didn't wear ties, me included. Yeah, exactly. In June, exactly. There is a certain point in time where you don't wear ties. Don't we count as fans technically? Well, you do count as fans. You do count as fans. You don't count as those fans though. You know which ones I'm talking about, right? You know which ones I'm talking about. I don't have a Voskalos version of Swifties, right? Like the crazy ones. That's what I'm talking about. There's a big difference between the folks that watch me and what I would call fans like that. So yeah, there is a difference. Don't sell yourself short, but there is a difference. I hope that's understandable. I hope I've sort of made that distinction clear between what I'm talking about when I say I don't have fans and you folks that are subscribers and enjoy watching my content. Right? You're not gonna try to find me on the street and get my autograph, because that would just be weird. And you're not going to you know, try to stalk me or anything. You're also not going to sit there and put up with, oh, how am I going to do that? Ooh, this is going to be interesting. I mean, I would expect, you know, if somebody was talking shit about my content, you know, you'd probably defend me, but at the same time, I would hope that you would at least hear them out, because yeah, sometimes my content is shit. But remember, I do this for fun. I'm just bringing you guys along. Ooh, yeah, see, that's... I mean, I could do this. That's weird, right? I mean, oh no, the archaeologist is a human person with such a surprise. Yeah. Stands? No. Stands are exactly... Oh, wait. Is that what I'm thinking? Yeah. Stands. Yeah, that's a good... Yes, I forgot that word even existed until you mentioned it just now. But yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. the undying loyalty where I can say anything and you will just go along with it. If that ever happens, if you are ever in that place, know that I hate you. Yeah, because that's unacceptable. Blind obedience is unacceptable. Actually, really good case in point. I don't know if you remember or not. Maybe you didn't even notice it. There was... I'm trying to remember what video it was. I think it was one of the Hightail videos. There's a Hightail video where... I think it was the... Yeah, it was the spawn. I was rebuilding the spawn temple or whatever it is. And I had mentioned that it... I can't remember exactly how it went down, but basically the general gist was somebody suggested that the hill was built around the spawn temple, and I misinterpreted that as the temple was built and the hill grew around it. And I was like, no, that's not what happened at all. You know, based on the evidence, blah, blah, blah. And so me and this guy went back and forth a lot over that. And I'm thinking, I kept thinking, like, what is this guy talking about? This guy's insane. And then I was reading his comments and I was getting frustrated because I'm like, this guy's talking nonsense. Like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And some part of me said, dude, reread what he just wrote. And so I took a step back and I reread what he wrote, but I read it as though I was coming to it from like a new fresh pair of eyes, right? And I realized he wasn't saying what I thought he was saying. I was completely and totally misinterpreting what he was saying. And then I felt like an absolute idiot because here I was arguing with this guy as the expert, and I was doing the same shit that other archaeologists do that drives me insane. The blind, like, no, that's not right, without hearing this guy out. And I felt really, really dumb. And so I thought, well, shit, what do I do? Like, do I apologize to this guy? You know, because at this point my ego was kind of hurt too, because I'm like, I'm being an idiot. I totally misinterpreted what he wrote. And so I was like, do I just let it go and ignore it? And then I thought, no, you know that's not right. And so I came on and owned up, and I was like, man, I totally misinterpreted what you were saying. and I owned it to the best of my abilities. But yeah, man, I was like, oh my God, how can I be such an idiot? That I was just like, I wasn't even listening. I wasn't reading what he wrote. I was reading what I thought he wrote. And that is not okay. And so, yeah, so that was kind of a humbling moment for me. And so many people were upset with me because I was basically shutting this guy down. And then, of course, I was upset with myself because I was shutting the guy down without even thinking about, whether or not that's what he actually meant. Okay, I kind of like this. If I ran into you at some point, I'd say hi, but that's about it. Yeah, and you wouldn't really look for me. Yeah, exactly. The Dascalos fan's name is the Mathetes or something. That's correct. It is. It's the Mathetes. Yeah. If you saw me in real life, you'd buy me a beer and have a laugh. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. I don't like this portion here. I think we should fix this. I think this should actually just meet up with this here. Yeah, that looks good, like that. So he was talking about it being an earthwork, not a natural development. Correct, yes, he was talking about it being them building the temple and then building the hill around it like a tumulus, and yeah, and I completely misinterpreted what he wrote as it was a naturally, or I don't even remember if I'm even remembering it correctly, or maybe he was suggesting that it was an existing hill that they built into or something. I can't remember exactly how it went down, but basically my interpretation of what he was saying was that the hill grew around it, and that's not what he was saying at all. And I don't even remember exactly what the argument was even more. That's kind of how embarrassed I was. I don't even remember it anymore because I was just so like disgusted with myself that I would just immediately shut someone down and be like, no, you're an idiot. You know, like the same stuff that I complain about other archaeologists doing, you know, and here I am doing it. So yeah, that was not one of my best moments. He probably still doesn't. He probably doesn't watch the channel anymore because he was probably pretty disgusted too. But yeah, it was thoroughly embarrassing when I realized what had happened. So such is the way of the world, though, you know. So now when people leave comments, I tend to not immediately react, but look at it and think, okay, how can I interpret this to mean that it's right? And then I just go from there. So yeah. Okay, so that one's done. What do we think of this? Give me your honest impressions. Let's go ahead and enter it from the road out here. So we're walking up. You come in here. You got the little courtyard here. You got this little sort of, I don't know, breezeway type thing. Got rooms. You can go upstairs. Room. You come in here. You got this room in here. Yeah, I kind of like this. It's a very unique layout. I think doing the second story was a good call. So those of you who were all for the second story, I think I will have to agree with you on that. I think that was a good call. This is still kind of weird. It's almost like a little storage area or something. Maybe? I don't know. Is that double doorway? Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. But it's sort of confused with that. So let's just add something like that. There we go. Or even, let's just do it on this side. Like that. There we go. There we go. I think that's better. What if we did this instead, knocked this out, and made it into an archway? Even though the ancient Greeks didn't really have arches in the same way that we think of them. We do something like this. So it's open. So you come in here and it's just this big open area, and then you can choose to go into this room, or you can open the double doors and come in. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. Sort of like a opening, sort of like a entranceway or something like that. I like it. Let's move on. I am actually out of water. How far are we into this? We're only 50 minutes into it. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab some water. Okay, so let me just put the be right back. What? There we go. I'll even leave Olynthos up there. Let me grab some water. I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. Okay. Let's get that off of the screen here. There we go. Oh, nope, you're black screen now. Okay. There we go. Now, let's go with the next house, which also has sort of a similar layout. It's the one that we were actually just building at the beginning of this stream. So it is a, oops, if I remember correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 4 by 4. 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. There we go. And then it's 2 maybe? No, 3. And then this 1, 2, that 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, right up against the edge. Get out of here, tree. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's a mob trap. Thankfully, I have mobs not spawnable. Okay, so, and I believe we just kind of follow, yeah, we kind of followed this wall straight up. This way. There we go. Okay. Now this comes up 2. This comes up also 2, and then it goes 1, 2, 1. Right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that looks about right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Though this room actually needs to be bigger than this one, but by 1. So we'll just do something like that, and then we'll do something like that. Okay, so far so good. Then we need to come off of this wall here. 1, 2, we need to do like this. 2, 3. And this is 1, 2, 3. Like that, and then we just come like that. Okay, and then we got 1, 2, and then we come like this. I might have gone too big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe I have not gone too big. Am I too big here? I think I am. Common problem, am I right, gentlemen? No. Come on. You know I had to say it. I had to say it. Okay. Sorry. Oh. Let's see. That, I mean, that, I don't think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe that's a 5x5? It doesn't look like a 5x5. But we might have to make it a 5x5 in order to make this fit here. Because then this comes up here. And then there's like a little skinny room. Like that. It's just, I mean, that's gonna have to be what it is. So that looks like a 4 wide. 1, 2, 3, but that's only, I can only squeeze in a 3, so I guess that's it. All right. You think it's interesting that second floor is on the side? Yeah, over here? Yeah. Yeah, I, based off of where the courtyard is, that only makes sense to me, for that one. But, you know, who knows? This is all interpretation. And like I've mentioned before in this series, I purposely did not look up a bunch of articles or anything on what they think is going on with Olynthos. Just so that I could sort of come to it with fresh eyes without having to worry about the interpretations, just to see sort of like how close we can get this, right? How close we can get this without, you know, like what makes sense to us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's just do the one door, and then we come over here. We go 1, 2, and something like that. Yeah, that's about right. And it looks like there's, off of this, it looks like there are some pillars. We've got, those are not pillars. Those look like little short walls. Okay. Can we do little short walls then? Something like... Where the hell was that? Right here. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's like little short walls that come off this way. And then it goes like that. And then it goes like this. Whoops, wrong button. And then it comes like okay, I don't know, this is really bizarre. Like that. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We are going to put pillars here instead. Because that, I mean, that makes way more sense to me. than what they've got going on here. Let's snag one of these guys. We'll do this sort of, yeah, like this. Let's go 1, 2, bam, 1, 2, bam, 1, 2, bam, 1, 2, bam, like that. And then let's go 1, 2, bam, 1, 2, bam. What if we do that instead? I mean, yeah. And you know what? Let's get rid of that and do that instead. That looks okay. That looks okay. Will I make an Olynthos video after this, or just the live streams? We'll do just the live streams, but I kind of wish that I had turned on replay mod for all of these, so that I could do one big long time lapse of the whole thing. But I didn't, because I, for whatever reason, didn't think of it. So yeah, that sucks. But it is what it is. All right. However, with that being said, I have decided I will do a sort of a smaller tutorial series on converting a Minecraft village into a polis, into basically an ancient Greek city, where I will talk about how ancient Greek cities were arranged, like how they were planned, sort of their layout, and then we'll go to a village, specifically a village either in the plains or the savannah, and something that is, you know, near sort of a little wart of a hill, and then that way we can actually talk about things like you know, cities that have an acropolis and like what that does. And I want to integrate some of the farms that I've been doing as well. Some of those more practical farms. So like the clay farm, the stoa that is a trading hub. What's the other one that I want to do here real soon? Oh, Oda knows about this one. The iron farm. Sort of, I want to do an iron farm. Show you how to make one that looks like a temple. Basically a Greek temple iron farm. So basically the idea would be that your acropolis for your village would be all of your farms. And so you would visit the acropolis to get your iron and your clay and all your other stuff. So we would do more tutorials with functional builds, and then those functional builds would be integrated into the village idea. So anyways, that's my plans for that. So be on the lookout for that at some point. I haven't started it yet, but that's the idea. Hello, Plus Pros. You can still make a video talking about Olynthos walking through the Minecraft build. True. I could do that. Absolutely. I absolutely could do that. Reading my message again. I hope I do not sound like a douche. No, you don't sound like a douche. I guarantee you, and you should probably know this enough about me by now. I will let you know if you sound like a douche. I will be sort of sarcastic and will probably call you out on it. I tend to call people out on stuff like that, and in a sort of a joking way. But you'll know if you're being a douche. Okay. I feel like this should also have a second story, but only along this portion here. Okay, so check it out. I feel like you should. All right, so I feel like you're walking down here, the main road. You come in here through the main entrance. All right, you got this long hallway here before you enter into the plaza area. Very nice plaza area. And then you go here and you take the stairs up, like right here. So, hold on, let's grab some slabs. Yeah, let's slap the slabs down here. Right? And then so the walkway needs to come over here. Okay, so then the stairs would be like there, 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 and there. So you would, if you wanted to take the stairs, you'd come in here and you'd come this way and then up. But right here would also be sort of like a little storage area or something. And so you come up. I guess we could get that a little bit closer. We don't need to have it like right there. Something like that. That. And that. So like that. Right? That village idea sounds cool. Yeah, it's something I've been sort of playing around with ever since I started doing that whole tutorial thing. I really wanted to sort of talk about the clay farm, because I've been seeing all these people doing clay farms, and I got this tutorial, and it has you do dumb things like put water off to the side, and so you have to turn and then turn back and then turn and then turn back, and I hated that. I thought, oh, what a dumb, inefficient way to do things when you can just stand in the water and do it. And so that's what kind of brought about that idea to do that, to do the tutorials like that. And so, because there's a more efficient way of doing the whole clay farming thing, and I like being efficient, even though it is not an automatic farm, which a lot of people like automatic farms. I don't. So yeah, I just thought that it was a cool idea. And then I was like, man, someone, I don't remember who, had suggested doing a village build, and I was like, God, that's such a good idea. So if you were the one that suggested the village build or something along those lines, basically doing an ancient Greek village, just know that that was the inspiration for that idea. Yeah, and that would also mean that this room is also 2 stories. And I guess, no, we'll leave that one as it is. I appreciate people being forthright with people. I appreciate being forthright with people when possible, so I appreciate you telling me if I'm being rude. Yeah, not a problem, man. Yeah, so far so good. And then Panos, yeah, you definitely were not being a douche. And actually, in our conversations that we've had before, because if you don't know, I've talked with Panos before, off the internet, because right? Have I? I'm pretty sure I have. It's you who I was talking. Maybe not. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe I'm confusing you with someone else. My brain has been a little fuzzy lately because of all the travel and all the work I've been doing. So if we have not talked offline, just let me know. So here's a problem. I don't have a wall that will support that. Maybe I just make a wall. You know, I can always fake the support. Yeah, there we go. Off the internet? No, okay. Man, who am I thinking of then? I must be thinking of someone else. I am thinking of someone else, my friend. I'm sorry. So you I have not spoken to offline. But, you know, I will say that so far, I mean, in our interactions, you have not come across as douchey. I don't think ever. So you don't have to worry about it. And like I said, I would absolutely 100% let you know if something wasn't cool. If you said something that wasn't cool. So don't worry about it, my friend. I mean, yeah, that looks cool. I don't know how I feel about that one tree sort of poking up, but whatever, it's fine. So yeah, so the idea is you come up these stairs, you turn to the right, and you have doorway into a room, oops, with a closet. You have doorway that leads into this room, and then you have a doorway which leads into this, and then that leads into this room. I think that's okay. I think that's... Is that okay? Or do I want to just have this like a little hallway that you can enter into? Also a good idea. No, we'll leave it like that. We'll see how that goes. I kind of like this weird little zigzag thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, just Discord DMs. Yeah, that's what I'm almost positive that's... I don't want to say I don't want to say what we were talking about in case that was not you, and I'm like giving secrets away of like where you live, and I don't want to. And then if that isn't you, I don't want to give away secrets where the other guy lives. But just let me know if you were the one that I talked to when I was in when I was asking about places to go check out in Athens. Because there's another gentleman that I spoke to, if that's not you. Kind of a random question, but why do you think ancient Greek lags behind Latin in the classicist world, and more generally, Latin Wikipedia exists, Latin translation? Oh God, you want to go down that rabbit hole with me? Before we start talking about this, there is something you should know about me in regards to Latin, and that is, I absolutely 100% hate Latin. I hate it. with a passion. I have a vendetta against Latin. I dislike Latin with every fiber of my being. So when you ask me about it, just know that you're not asking me why I think Latin is used more. You're asking me for my opinion on why I think Latin sucks and why I think Latin is terrible in the classics world. But we can go down that rabbit hole. Do I hate Harry Potter spells by proxy then? No, I don't. Actually never read Harry Potter or seen the movies. So here's the thing about why do I think Latin sort of dominates in classics, and I'll tell you, it's actually a very simple answer, and that is because the classics world is dominated by Roman archaeologists. That's the long and short of it. Classics world is dominated by Roman archaeologists, and therefore they force people to take Latin. There are plenty of classicists that will disagree with me, but that's the long and short of it. I hate it because I was forced to take it, even though I didn't need it, even though I didn't want it, and even though I was overloaded. And I didn't do well in it. Why? Excuse me. Because I didn't want it, I didn't need it, and I was overloaded. And so, yeah, Latin is forced on people. Good example, right? I am specializing in Bronze Age Greece, right? That is my specialization that I am going for. There's no point in me learning Latin if I am specializing in Bronze Age Greece. And yet, I was denied. Actually, I wasn't denied flat out. What I was told was that I shouldn't apply to a university because I didn't have any Latin. Now, up until this point, the lady who I was talking to was gushing about my CV, about my job history, everything. I mean, she said I was the person they were looking for. And it sounded great. It sounded like I was going to basically be able to apply to this place, get in, and just dominate, right? Do really well. Be well loved, all that stuff. And then she saw I didn't have Latin, and she said, oh, well, you need to have Latin. And so I asked her, I said, well, I want to specialize in Bronze Age Greece. She said, yeah. I said, well, will I ever need Latin to specialize in Bronze Age Greece? She said, no, you wouldn't need that. I said, okay, well, will I ever use Latin as a Bronze Age Greek specialist? And she said, no, not at all, never. And I said, well, then why should I have Latin? Her response, I swear to God, this was her exact response. Well, because it's a requirement. That's the only reason. Because it was a requirement. And that says a lot. Imagine you want to be an archaeologist, right? You want to be an archaeologist studying in the American Southwest. And so you decide, well, if I'm going to be studying in the American Southwest, I should learn Spanish. And so you learn Spanish, right? And then when you go in to do your master's for Southwest United States archaeology, the person who's doing the admissions says, well, wait a second. I see here that you have Spanish, but do you have Russian? You say, well, no. Why would I have Russian? Well, because it's a requirement. Like, that makes no sense. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But that's what they do in the classics world. Because there's so many Roman archaeologists that they basically, whatever they say goes. Now, I have met plenty of Roman archaeologists. In fact, there is a Roman archaeologist who took over for my advisor's position. She was the chair of the classics department, and now the guy who's the new chair is a Roman archaeologist. I get along with him great. He's an awesome dude. He's an awesome dude. So I'm not against Roman archaeologists. Well, I'm not against all Roman archaeologists. There's a lot of Roman archaeologists out there that just are Roman archaeologists because they're closet racists. But you know, it's just weird to me that the world of classics, which encompasses basically ancient Greece, ancient Rome, the Near East, and that's about it, really. Those are the major ones, right? Require you to learn Latin. It's just stupid. It's stupid. I thoroughly dislike it. I just think it's dumb. I 100% think it's dumb. So there's my rant about Latin. That sounds like me needing to take Shakespeare and music while going for a computer degree. Exactly. Yeah. You're like, what? Why? You know, archaeology has a lot of science that it takes from, right? We take a lot from geology, even though we aren't geology. I don't know how many times I got to tell people that. There's no reason for me to collaborate with Nice Name because there's nothing we can really talk about. You know, we aren't geology, but we take a lot of science from geology. We aren't chemistry, though we use a lot of science from chemistry. We aren't sociology, though we use a lot from sociology. We are anthropology, and so we take a lot from anthropology, of course. But just because we take from certain disciplines doesn't mean that we are that discipline. And so I'm a big Latin hater. If it's not apparent, I'm a huge Latin hater. I thoroughly dislike the fact that they push it. I think them pushing it is bullshit. I want this to be more slanted. So, anyways, there's my Vaskalos rant for you for the day. We're on a roll. Last time it was the Odyssey. This time it's my disdain for Latin. What's next? That comment is insider knowledge. Yeah, only one of them used Latin extensively throughout history. And even then, Rome didn't use Latin the entire time. The Eastern Roman Empire used Greek. Sure, Rome conquered a large area, but that doesn't mean language is required for areas they influence. Correct. Panos, you gotta go. All right, man, cool. We'll see you. Glad I could answer your question. Nice Name is a cool guy, but there's really no reason for you to collaborate unless you're talking about the types of rock used or what the soil's like. Correct. And we have collaborated. We've only, but so funny story about that collaboration. We only collaborated because we were tired of people trying to get us to collaborate. That is legitimately the only reason why we collaborated, because we were just so tired of hearing it. So he was just like, hey man, I reached out to him and I was like, hey, everyone keeps wanting us to collaborate, you know, and he's like, yeah, I've heard your name a lot. And so I was like, well, you want to go ahead and do this? And he's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And then we did it. I mean, it was fun. The guy is super nice. I still talk to him from time to time. In fact, I was bugging him about Knossos, because Knossos used they used gypsum for building materials, and I thought that was a very odd thing to use because gypsum is so soft. So I had to sort of pick his brain on that. But yeah, no, he's a cool dude. We got along great. We don't really have much to discuss, you know. We are not the same, him and I. And so there's actually a funny term that we used, which was digology. And that is basically the idea that all sciences that dig in the dirt are the same. So, you know, you get like paleontology is the same as archaeology. You get people who think that. You get people who think that geology is the same as archaeology, because, you know, well, we both dig in the dirt. We both deal with rocks, so therefore it must all be the same. But I'm here to tell you it is not. So yeah, but super cool dude. I really liked hanging with him. I wish there was a reason for me to hang out more with him and invite him on the channel more often. But unfortunately there isn't. There's really not much that we can discuss. We ended up discussing about some pretty cool things though. We talked a lot about dyes and like mineral dyes and stuff that they use for paint on pottery, and dyes to you know, color certain things. So that was a pretty cool talk. And I think if I remember correctly, I think he's a college professor, is he not? I don't remember. I might be remembering that incorrectly. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, cool dude. Love to do some more stuff with him. No reason to though. And I mean, as some of you know, if I think it's cool to do stuff with folks, I always invite them on. I mean, that's, you know, half the time I'm doing cool stuff with Oda is because I like having the dude around and having fun. All right, let's get some windows poked in here. And windows poked it. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do that. And that. Yeah. And that. Looking good, looking good. Let's do that. There we go. There we go. Just got back from a quick lunch. Sounds like I missed some fun discussion. Got to be some heavy overlap between anthropology and archaeology. Absolutely, 100%. In America, archaeology is considered a subfield of anthropology, which I think is how it should be. In Europe, it is not. But, I mean, you're dealing with human history and you're dealing with how humans did things. So it should absolutely 100% be anthropology. But for some reason I don't know why, but for some reason they tend to not do that in Europe. And I think, I don't know why, but I think that's the wrong way to go. Just me though. In fact, my degree my undergraduate degree was a double major in anthropology and archaeology. But the archaeology degree wasn't archaeology, it was anthropology with an archaeological focus. So that's, you know, that's how that works. But yeah, I think Europe gets it wrong when it comes to archaeology. It should absolutely 100% be an anthro-based thing. Wow, this is a really big opening. So we're gonna do, whoops, we're gonna make this. What does that look like if I do that? Yeah, we can do that. Let's grab the stairs. Mud brick stairs. There we go. Yeah, that's not so bad. Okay, so then we can come in here. This is going to be like dark, really dark storage. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a torch there and a torch there. There we go. More really dark storage. Even though it's fairly well lit in there for some reason. Okay, then this one we're gonna slap down that. Whoops. Bam, there we go. It's funny too, because when you're in Europe and you talk about when you're an American archaeologist in Europe and you talk about things, a lot of times they'll be like, oh yeah, that's because you're an American archaeologist. It's like, yeah, I am. It's like, we think about the people side of things, like, because this is a science about people, you know. So yeah. Okay. Oh. We need to do this here. Slap a torch there. Okay, I think we're all good now. We should do sort of little that, and then we'll just go, nope, like that. There we go. Even though it doesn't go all the way up to the top, that's okay. Oh, I do want to do this though. There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm digging this. I'm liking this. What do we think of this? That's generally speaking the study of peoples and the study of places. You're talking about anthropology? Anthropology is the study of human culture. Just full stop. So, and culture, of course, is a lot of things. Religion, ritual, laws, morals, anything that is learned or can be learned within your group is considered culture. So yeah. So close, very close. It's a study of people, but mostly their culture. Now, archaeology is the study of past humans through their cultural remains. Remains doesn't necessarily mean like dead bodies and stuff either. Remains means like the stuff that's left behind. Most of the time it's trash, but it's more than just trash. All right, so what do we think of that? How do we like that? I'm sort of torn on it because I don't like this little section over here, but I think it's okay. Let's walk through it and see what we think. So you got this walkway. Okay, you come in here. There we go. Come in here, turn. Nice little courtyard. I don't like how this is so open. What can we do to sort of close this off? What if we do walls? Do something like this. Bam. And then we do one of these. Okay. Then we do one of these and one of these. Yeah, that's not bad. What if we do something like that? Ooh, okay, I like that. Can I put torches right there? I can. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. I feel like it should be higher on... Okay, what if we did this? What if we went up here? Right? And we made this slant down. See what I'm saying? We made it slant down like that to the inside. And then from the outside, it was just really tall. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, actually I like that a lot better. I like that a lot better. How does it look in here? Really weird. Okay, well, it just looks odd on the inside here for some reason. That's okay. That's okay. I like this. I think this looks good. I'm biased, but I think it looks good. You walk into like this little area and you can go into this room. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so then that leaves us with two more. Oops, my pen is out of ink. Let's try this again. There we go. Two more. Yeah. It's a big long one off of this side here, which goes off into this terrace. So this little area back here has nothing going on, but it probably continued again, right? More than likely. I mean, that's what it's looking like. Yeah. And I finished this, yeah, about where it should be. This last one. Roughly. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go and do bam, like that. And we're gonna head off this way to like right here. Sure. And we're gonna then take this way. Actually, we can just, I don't know why I'm screwing around with this. We can just do like one of these. Okay. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. I overshot. Okay, there it is. Let's try this again. Get out of my way. I mean, I'm just gonna, hold on. This tree's gotta go anyways. All right, so if I follow this straight this way. Aha, oh wow. Dang. So now what we need to do is we need to replace air with terracotta. Terracotta. There we go. Oh, that's not right. What is that? Is that white terracotta? I think that's white terracotta. Ah, it's white terracotta. Okay. Aw, man. Okay, we need to cut. Then do that again. There we go. Now let's take care of all of these trees. Normally the ancient Greeks would just actually do slash and burn, but we're in creative mode, so we're just going to do that. And we can let them just sort of fall away, right? Oh, unless there is a log underneath, right? Because if you have a log within a certain amount of blocks, it wants to stay put, right? It affects the leaves? I don't know if that's right. We'll find out. Ah, see, it's already dropping them. Maybe it's not right. Okay. Let's go ahead and knock out this back wall real quick. We're just gonna lay this wall out, this foundation, and just keep going. I don't know how many we need, but there we go. Good to go. Same here. We're just gonna keep following this out until we fall off the edge. Random question, what is your favorite type of pen to use? Well, there's a big difference between my favorite type of pen to use for like taking notes or writing, which is just, you know, usually like a gel ballpoint. But my favorite pen, would be a fountain pen. I actually like fountain pens. I even like the dip pens that take the nib. I love dip pens. I have a whole bunch of vintage nibs that are very old. They're bronze, and I got them at a antique store, and they're so flexible that you can draw basically the width of a human hair almost, all the way up to like 1/8 of an inch wide, as long as you have the ink. So like, yeah, that's the way to go. Hands down the Zebra G 301.7 millimeter. Actually, you know what's funny? I actually like the 1 millimeter ballpoint pens. I really like the 1 millimeter. I don't know why. It just flows a lot better to me. But yeah. Okay, so we are at an hour and 45 minutes in about 5 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, hydration break, get up and stretch around and make yourself feel better. So give me a couple minutes while we do that. And then when we get back, we will do my favorite part of the stream. Okay. All right. Well, we are at the little over halfway mark. Good to go. And now, my favorite part of the stream, the question that's on everybody's mind. Is it beer or is it soda? It is currently just a little bit before 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Oh, that's a hard one to guess. Oof. Oof. Okay. That is a very unique taste. Okay. So this next one, by the way, you'll never know which it is, if it's soda or beer. Okay, so this next one's a little interesting. So we've got your standard little sort of, they all seem to have this weird little thing in between, this like 2 wide wall here, and it goes as far as this. So there we go. And then, hold on, I need to move this map so I have a better angle on it. That's much better. And then it's a really big, oh, whoops, wrong button. Okay, really big gap. It's like a 4 wide gap. I guess it could be a 2 wide gap. No, that looks like a 4 wide gap. It actually might be a 3. Anyways. No, it's a 4. Okay. I'm being silly. Okay, 1, 2, and then we do this, and we come off here. We go the same length of that, and like 1 more. Then we've got a 3 wide here. There is a doorway that is 2 wide, and then we go 1, 2, I think. Hold on. This is a 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. 5 by 5, and this is the andron. This is the andron. We're gonna do like that. Okay. This actually has a very interesting layout because this is very similar to those houses, but turned 90 degrees. Almost. So then it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a 4 wide. And then it's got 3 wide. And then it's got what looks like that. Okay, and then this continues on this way until it goes to 2 wide and goes like that. Now, it does have a very interesting thing where it's got like this weird little hook that comes out like that. Not really sure what that's all about. We'll see. We'll see how much I like it. And then it's got some pillars. It's got 2 pillars coming off along this line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that ain't gonna work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Ugh. Well, I guess they are kind of offset from that wall in the map. And then there's another pillar in this doorway, sort of off center from this doorway. About, I don't know, 2 in. So 1, 2, so like right here, I guess. Does that look right? That looks like shit. Okay, let's do it like right here instead. Okay, that looks better. And then we got another one coming off here, but it's like 1, 2, and then like that. Oh, and then yeah, we've got this. And this comes off this way. Okay, so that's what we got. That is what we, oh, there is a doorway here, and then that's it. Okay. So there we have it. There we have it. I'm going to go ahead and assume that this continues this way, and that there is an opening here to come in. But you see how it's got like the walkway, that sort of like passageway like the rest of those guys have right there. And then it's got like the courtyard. It's just like it's turned 90 degrees. So yeah. right, there we go. You know, Mojang's putting all this stuff into the game that people have been wanting for a long time. I just want to be able to stack up different stacks or different slabs of things, you know? I just want to combine two different slabs in the same block. That's what I want. Okay, we do this. Do we look up? We go stack 2. This lock is on. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we gotta figure out what this is all about. There's not much to be said about those things. I'm looking at the map, and I'm not seeing much. This wall comes out and stops. It's not missing. Same with this one. This isn't missing. So I don't know. Maybe, let's see what it looks like if we close these off. Oh, this one's almost too wide to close off. Alright, well, anyways. I think stairs can go right here, going up. So let's go ahead and slap down some slabs. Yeah, that's right, right? Is that how I've been doing all of these? Yes, okay. Just making sure. And then we're gonna do floors in here. And floors in here. All right, so far so good. Okay, so then the question is, do we want this room here to be a 2-story room? That is a really good question. I honestly don't know if we should do that for a couple of reasons. I think it'll look oddly lopsided. But you know what? Let's just build. Let's just build and see what it looks like. By the way, I've been getting lately. I've been getting these a new round of fake. I don't know. They might be real, but fake. Sponsorship deals getting sent to me. They've been emailing me, and it's usually, and you can always tell it's not real, because they always say really dumb shit like, "Hi, I'm, Sarah with, Quick Burn Fitness, and I really like your take on the fitness industry, and your content seems to fit with our brand of specific fitness juices or whatever." And I look at that and I'm thinking, well, whose content are you watching? And it's always stuff that has nothing to do with what I make, what I do. But they always pitch it as like, "Oh, no, you're exactly what we're looking for." And it just, it drives me crazy. But I've been getting a new round of those lately. What if I did this, where it's sort of like a door on the edge there? That's kind of cool. It's been driving me crazy. It's just lots of weird stuff. Oh, and I still need to play that that archaeology game that one person made. I've been meaning to do that, but I've been just completely overwhelmed with work, which is also why I'm doing a lot of these live streams, is because I'm working on stuff and not editing, because trust me, I have stuff I need to edit, and I have not done it. Specifically the Blind and Broken episode, next episode, I haven't touched it, even though it's recorded. It's been recorded for a long time, and I haven't done anything with it. You know what? Why don't we slant this? What if we do this, right? And then we do... Wait. Yeah. We do this. Okay, and then we do this. Does that look terrible? I mean, it looks a little terrible. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see? It's not that bad. Then what would I do for here? I guess I could always just also slant this. So we do like that. How would I do that? Well, it lines up with that. Maybe that's how I do it. So if I do this and then this, no, let's run this all the way to the end here. This is making my brain hurt. Okay. So then if we do it like that, so that's all one slope going down that way. Oh, you know what? I'm being dumb. I'm being real dumb. Because we can just do this. Yeah, okay. Then we can do this. Then we can do this. And then we do this. Yeah, see? I was being dumb. Look at that. And then all I got to do is come in here and go like that. And I think I should do something like that. There we go. There we go. That doesn't look half bad. That doesn't look half bad. MC Builder question, what are your favorite and least favorite blocks from Vanilla MC? No context. Well, least favorite block is, of course, the cherry wood. I can't stand the cherry wood. I don't know why people like it. I honestly don't know why people like it, but I can't stand it. Favorite block? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite one is. I like to use a lot of acacia. I like mangrove. It's funny, I like the blocks that are a pain in the butt to get, unfortunately. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes, you know? But yeah, I like those blocks. There we go. You know, I grabbed my water, and then I left it on the other side of the room. Just realized it. That's okay. I'll go get it here in a second. When we finish and we're looking at it to try to decide if we like it, I will go grab it at that point. I also like some of the blocks that a lot of other people don't like diorite. I like using diorite in my builds, mostly because I build things that are plastered with white plaster, with a white lime plaster, and diorite actually works really well for that, to give that idea. I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with diorite. I think that a lot of people have strong opinions about diorite because they have been influenced by people on YouTube building, and like at some point someone decided that they didn't like diorite, and it became sort of like a meme, and people decided that they don't like diorite because this person doesn't like diorite or that person doesn't like diorite. When really there's nothing wrong with it. Does it look a little bit like bird poop? Yeah, but you have to understand, like, these blocks are your palette. They're not, don't think of them as what they actually are. So, you know. Yeah. I wish we could actually farm quartz. That would be really nice to be able to... I mean, you kind of can, because you can get a stonemason and you can farm it, air quotes, that way, right? With a stonemason, by just buying it and trading and stuff like that. But it would be nice to be able to make your own. How you would make your own, I have no idea. Maybe they could make it like the dripstone, where you have budding amethyst that will allow water to flow through it and drip. And it forms blocks of calcite. That'd be kind of cool. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Oh, this is not gonna work. 1, 2, bam. 1, 2, bam. 1, 2. Yeah, see, this isn't gonna work. Piglin bartering also produces quartz? Oh. Hello, Shiny. Wow. Okay, everyone had a lot to say about this. Dark oak planks and granite, stone brick and spruce. Yeah, that's nice. Humble cobblestone. Yeah, nothing wrong with the cobblestone. Raw diorite, polished diorite. I like the polished diorite. I wish they would not have that border on it. Think of it like a raw material, not the finished product. Exactly. Calcite from the geodes is also good. Yep. Piglin barter. So piglin bartering also produces quartz. Quartz blocks or quartz like nether quartz? I feel like that's nether quartz. Let me go grab my water real quick. Okay. There we go. Fill up that cup. Okay. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing with those pillars there, those pillars are there, so they obviously must support something. I have to decide if I want it to support a walkway or a roof. I'm thinking roof. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking roof. Okay, so if I put a log here, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do that. Nope. 1, 2, 3. See, it's just off center. Crystals. Yeah, no, I meant no. I mean the quartz blocks. I like the quartz blocks. Okay, so this has 2. So if I were to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, see, that doesn't even work. guess I could do that. One, two, bam. And it leaves this big wide open area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyways, that's what we're going to do with that. So for this roof here. Too bad these aren't in alignment. And they are like way off. Actually, this one is even closer to this wall than I have it. Yeah, see, this one is actually supposed to be over like here. Like that. Which is just goofy as hell. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so what if we did... Okay, so if we did this, right? If we did this, we come off of here. And we did that, that. Okay, so then that means that. I guess so. I guess so. I guess that's just gonna have to be how it is. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really... Oh, actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. They need to continue off that side. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So we do it like that. And like that. Okay, okay. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, you can buy quartz. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like you can't farm it, but you can definitely farm, air quotes, quartz by yeah, doing that, getting the masons, the stone masons. Oh. We need stairs to get up there. Oops. Yeah, we need to put some stairs in here. I thought I was gonna put some stairs right here. Let's try that out. So if we go like this. Yeah, that's hidden enough. Yeah, I like that. It's not bad. Come down this way. Good, 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 good. Nice. Nice. 4 crystals makes a quartz block. Oh. And 2 new other quartz crystals plus 2 cobblestone make diorite. Yep, yep. Yeah, I know that. I know you can make the diorite, stuff like that. I mean, to make diorite though, I mean you can just mine diorite. It's so prevalent. Same as granite. Granite is just like everywhere as well. I'm surprised that people like I know they have the recipe, but I'm surprised that they even include a recipe for that with as prevalent as it is. There we go. There we go. We're gonna do that. We're not going to do a window there because we're going to just hit that. So that's fine. So now we'll walk downstairs. Whoop. And we'll get this one, so we want a window there. And then once we get this done, let's look at what this looks like at night, because I bet this looks just cool as hell at night. And here we're gonna go with a porch. And then here, porch. And then in here, we're gonna go for window. You would think I don't like acacia, or you would think that I would not like acacia because of my time as an archaeologist in the American Southwest, because let me tell you, acacia is horrible. We get catclaw acacia. Oh my God, that just, and it tears you up. It totally just tears into you. Catclaw acacia is the worst. It's exactly what it sounds like, too, by the way. It's like cat claws. It's a sort of a little scrubby bush with claws all over it. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. There we go. We're going to put a torch right there to give us some light. We're going to put torches on the back sides of these guys to give us some light. Then we're going to put a torch back there. Yeah, I think I do believe that is that. Oh, I guess we could give this like a little window, right? Okay. What do we think of that? If you're not strip mining, it can sometimes be hard to find the veins of it. I stumble upon that stuff all the time. Just find a cave. Find a big enough cave, hop on in there, you will find diorite. You will absolutely find diorite. I like it. I think it's kind of unique. Means we're down to 1. Let's see what this looks like at night. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Look at that. That's neat. Let's go walk around at night. This is cool. Look at this. It's all lit up and everything. You got your roads. I wish they had different types of cobblestone, because then I could make this ground cobble. Well, I guess they do, because I can always change it out for dead coral. Dead coral looks cool. Oh, why is that open? Yeah, this looks cool. You see a little village off there too. Ah, this looks great at night. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and, oops, that's not the screen I want. Time, set, noon. Yeah, it looks like a real city at night. Exactly, exactly. All right, last one. Like, legitimately the last one. And this one's kind of all messed up. Okay, maybe not kind of all messed up. Very all messed up. Need to quit doing that. Okay, so we have a room that's like... It comes one off of the wall. Oh, dude, look at that. I'm on fire today. 1, 2, and then we got another one like this. 2, and this is, it's like 5 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So far, so good. Then it's got a little chunky wall sticking out here. Big gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another. Okay, maybe it's not 5. Another thing, but then it comes off of... Ooh, this one's going to be a tough one. There? Damn, look at that. Okay. And then it's got another wall, like, coming off like that. Well, like that. Like a little, okay, yeah, well, that's, I don't know if we can actually do that, but it's got like a, here's a great, it's got like a 2 thick wall coming off of that, which is interesting. Then there's a skinny little courtyard here. It's about 1, 2, 3, about 3 wide. Okay, like that. And then 4 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't go up as high. And we've got like that. Like that. Like this, I guess. And then two, 3, 4, 5. Then like that, with another room like this, but the doorway into it is actually coming off of this room. And then we got another little one right here. We just follow this up, because then you got something like that. 1, 2, and then like that. Okay, so that's what we got. We got to try to make sense out of this. Now, according to the map, this section right here is a courtyard. Okay, so my guess is actually that this continues like that, and then this is a whole nother house that we've lost. That's what I think is going on here. So let's go ahead and chop this off here. Chop these off. And then look at this again from this perspective. Huh. Well, I don't know what to think of this. So let's just slap some mud brick down. What are we saying here? Liking the nighttime vibe. Yep. Looks like a real city at night. Yep. Very cozy looking. Yep. Totally a place people would live. Absolutely. Absolutely. And best one. Bam. That. Let's go ahead and do like that. All right. So that's what we're dealing with. Let's do the stack 2 and see what this looks like. See if we can't make heads or tails out of this. All right, so here we are. Straight up. Stack 2. Bam. Let's go back down. Start adding our doorways. Okay. Is there no way to get into that room? There isn't. Okay, so let's make a way. There we go. Okay. Oh, and then right here. Okay. So the premise is you walk in here, then you walk through here, and then you turn to the right, and that's the courtyard. I don't know about that. It seems awfully weird. Also, I would like to point out that I screwed this part up here. There's actually an opening like that. This is an odd layout. This is a very odd layout. What if we're missing this? Actually, what if we're missing this? And you have two houses that are separate from each other. No, that doesn't make sense either. You have the mentality of it's the last one, it should be the best one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think we are missing this. Oh my God. So I think we are missing that. I don't know. Of course, I'm also making the assumption that this is the only entrance. We might have an entrance over here, too. I don't know. I don't know. This is a tough one. Okay, well, first and foremost, this is too far in. Okay. Actually, we can go one more. There we go. And are we making Let's make this one story. Okay. The courtyard, the edges of the courtyard are basically here. Oh my God, stop. Like that. And like this. That's the courtyard, like that. But that's awfully big. This chunk over here is awfully big then. Like I could see if it was just this around the courtyard. So maybe we add this as the second story. We have a second story here with a walkway along here. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so what if we do in fact come off of here? Something like this. Okay. Following me on this so far? If we had another set of rooms right here. Okay, like that. And you had a walkway along here. You could enter into this room and this room and okay, yeah. Let's try that. Okay. So then if we have second story along this section here, then we can have a walkway along here, and then that's still the courtyard down there. I think that's what we'll go for. So let's go ahead and slap the floor down. Okay, so yeah, these should all be the second story. Second story rooms. But not these. Just these. Because then our walkway is right here. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. Yeah, and you can get into this room here as well. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Right? So you've got room, walkway, courtyard. I think that works. Now, how did I do these courtyards over here? That's a bad example. Pick the worst example possible. Oh, I didn't do slabs. I did whole blocks. Ooh. Okay. That's why all of these look funny. Why do I keep using slabs? Okay. All right, so let's just lay out this second floor. Okay, so we do this, 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 that. Oh, the corner ones. Well, that's an issue. What if we did this? You walk in there, and you can go either way. Still this one. Maybe we do that. Okay. Yeah, so I have been putting the floors in with slabs. You're right, it does give more of a ceiling, but like... yeah, these need to be whole blocks. Okay. Well, that's fine, but for right now, let's go ahead and do this. Do this. Okay, okay. Not bad. Not bad. All right, now how do you get up here? Stairway right there. Puts you awfully close to the courtyard here. But I think that's the way to go. Because you could come up this way, but that'll put you right at the doorway, won't it? Yeah. And you could have stairs coming up this way, but I don't think that's going to work because of the amount of space we have. Yeah, that's not going to work. So you could have it coming up this way. There's a doorway right there. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way to do it. Okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and slap down a roof. I'm not liking the way this one's coming out, so I might screw around with it off camera. We'll see. All right, so we do this. I think that'll be all right. We might have to add some pillars, but that's okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. All right, well, let's see. Let's see how this looks, because we're just about to wrap up this roof. Get down here, knock this out. Oh, same over here. We need to have this come out. Okay. All right. I mean, I guess we just got to trust the process, right? That's what we got to do. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, we'll just keep at it. We'll keep at it. Trust the process. See how it goes. Ugh. There we go. And then same here, we need to come along here, do this. Oh my god, I'm just like misclicking all over the place. Alright, there we go. There's that. There is a single gnat in my room, and it is constantly landing on my neck, driving me insane. I have one of those electric rackets, but the electric racket is not currently by my side. All right. I feel like there should be an entrance right here. But it's a room. Hold on. Yeah, it's a room. It just doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. So then coming off of this, so there should be, let's grab some oak logs. So there should be a pillar right here. One right here. Okay, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, thank God, we got something we can actually work with. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, we don't have one there, but that's fine. We can work with that. Ugh. I really don't like this. I really, really don't like this. Well, let's slap the guardrails down and see how I feel about it then. I don't know, man. Yeah, it might be that the second floor opening directly onto the other roof is an issue, but I don't know. I just don't, this is just too big and bulky. Like when you look at some of the other ones that we've done, like, yeah, we got a couple big ones, but for the most part, they're always usually fairly slim or linear. The ones that do wrap around, let's see if we can find one that wraps around. There we go. The ones that do wrap around usually only have one big chunk and then that's it. That one is just bulky all the way around. Same with that one right there. I don't know. Let's put some windows in these rooms and see what we think. So there's that. There's that. And that. That. And that. And then we can't do anything with this one or this weird little overhang, but we can do something with this. And same with this, it sort of looks out into this courtyard here. Oh, and second story. Let's do the second story real quick. So this, that, though that might not work. This sort of hallway area here, we can just do something like this. Open it up to like look out, and then this we can do something like that, and maybe even something like that. Actually, we could do something like that. There we go. Oh, I didn't get the other. And then this one, we do something like that. There we go. I hate it. I thoroughly dislike it. And I can't really put my finger on what it is. It could be the, like what Oda's saying, where it walks out onto the roof. Oh no. I don't know. There's just something about it I don't like. I may have to play with it a little bit and try out different things off camera to see what works out best. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anyways, it's about that time. Why is this like funky? Why is this not the size it needs to be? Hold on. Oh, no, that is the size it needs to be. Okay, never mind. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to try to get a regular video out, edited, recorded type thing video out for next weekend. So we're not doing this whole streaming thing. But I do believe that that is the entirety of Olynthos done so far, or at least the stuff that I have maps for. I'll see if we can find maps for other things, but generally speaking, I think that's going to be it for Olynthos, other than, you know, bulking them out and putting stuff in them and putting villagers in them and stuff like that and making it look like a lived-in town. So, yeah, it does feel like there's one too many rooms on the second floor. Yeah, that might be what it is. I do need to work on my thesis. Thank you, Yiggy. I will get off and do that. So anyways, we'll see you next week.